Morning, Your Honor.
Hi, good morning.
Oh.
Again.
Hey, what was that?
Thanks.
I don't need a English interpreter, man.
Bang.
Stand?
No, Spanish.
I think Spanish.
Spanish, you don't need it, right?
No.
What is your name, sir?
Adrian Nunes?
And yeah, and I believe Mr. Adrian Nunes is in the list for Spanish interpreter.
He said he doesn't need one. So hold on a moment.
Okay.
Hold on. Your name is, say your name again.
Adrian Renee Nunes?
It looks like you had two cases in city court where you had warrants for your arrest. One case is a domestic violence disorderly conduct, domestic violence assault from January 9th of 2018. And then you had a criminal trespass warrant from January 7th of 2025 and a criminal trespass in the first degree from January 7th, 2025. I am going to enter pleas of not guilty, quash the warrants. So, Mr. Nunez, you're living in Tucson?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been living in Tucson?
How long have I been?
How long have you lived in Tucson?
All my life, ma'am.
All right. And are you working?
No, Your Honor. I get SSI.
Okay. So I'm not sure what the problem is with Mr. Nunez. Hold on a second. Oh, yes.
He's here on a felony as well, Judge.
Oh, gosh. Yes, I see that. All right. So on the misdemeanors, I'm going to release you on these cases only. I'll set your next court date in city court on, let's see. Hold on a second. I'm going to set your next court date in city court, January 14, 2025 at 9 a.m. I'll appoint a city PD to represent you on that case. But Mr. Nunez, you also had a felony case, one count of domestic violence disorderly conduct with a weapon. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent and to be represented by an attorney. You do have an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this morning's hearing. Did you understand everything I said?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman?
Your Honor, the state's requesting a $25,000 bond with pretrial services, given that the incident involved the use of a knife, some suggestive threatening statements about the minor victim's mother or father, and the fact that he's been pending the 2018, I believe, misdemeanor DB case for quite some time and has failed to appear, as you noted, for the three city court warrants. So we just asked as well for, again, no contact with the minor victim.
Defense counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. He's got that no felony criminal history. He's got just that one misdemeanor allegation from 2018. We'd ask that you consider release.
Mr. Nunez, your bond is set at $10,000. No contact with the victims involved in this case. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. You're not allowed to possess any firearms or weapons. Your preliminary hearing is set for December 17th at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Thank you.
Yes.
And Your Honor, this is Spanish interpreter. If there are no more Spanish speaking defendants requiring the interpreter, may the interpreter be excused?
Gail, are there a need for a Spanish interpreter? Any defendants need a interpreter?
No,
No, Your
All
Honor.
right, Spanish interpreter, you're excused, but just be available in case we need to call you back.
Yes, I will. Thank you, Your Honor. Interpreter will now disconnect.
What is your full name, sir?
What's your name?
Oh, my name?
Yes.
Oh, my name is Manuel Bonano.
What's your last name?
Bonano, Bonano.
All right, looks like you have a new charge out of justice court for domestic violence, disorderly conduct, domestic violence, criminal damage. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. If I release you, sir, you're not allowed to have any contact with Dorothy. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand that.
Don't call her, don't see her. If she lives, you can't live where she lives. So you got to find someplace else to live if you guys live together. Do not
Yes.
do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. Your next court date is going to be in Justice Court, December 17th, 2025 at 10:30 a.m. Make sure you're present. If you don't appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest. And just make sure you're showing up for court. You're excused. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
go back out the mails.
Okay, thank you.
Fowler.
What is your full name, please?
Kevin Deshaun Fowler Jr.
You had a warrant for your arrest out of South Tucson Municipal Court for one count of criminal trespass in a third degree. This case has been pending since September 28th of 2024. I'm going to quash the warrant on that charge. I will release you. Your next court date is going to be in South Tucson City Court, December 23rd, 2025 at 10 a.m. Make sure you appear this time. If you don't, another warrant will issue for your arrest. You also had two cases in warrant status out of city court. One case was a domestic violence case for domestic violence, disorderly conduct, assault, theft, and drug paraphernalia possession from July 23rd of 2024. And then you had a warrant case for resisting arrest, drug paraphernalia from February 9th of 2025. I'm going to quash the warrants, enter pleas of not guilty, let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent. So, Mr. Fowler, you live in Tucson?
Yeah,
How long have you been living in Tucson?
pretty much all my life.
Are you working?
Little side jobs, whatever I
Alright.
can get.
So you have no excuse for not appearing in court. I'm not sure what the problem is. Looks like the
It's
warrant.
just-
Hold on, sir.
Not,
Hold on. I'm not asking for input. Looks like the warrant had gone out in both cases for you in March 11th of 2025. So, Mr. Fowler, these cases will never go away until you appear in court and get them resolved. Whether you want to take a plea offer, whether you want to set your cases up for trial, you have to show up, sir, or else you're just going to keep getting picked up. You'll sit in jail until your cases are resolved. I'm going to give you a chance to appear on your own. You must appear in city court on January 12th, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. If you don't appear, more warrants will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
yes, Your Honor.
You're excused. Thank you.
And is that for both of the cases?
I just told you that, sir. Yes.
All right.
Torres, John.
What is your full name, sir?
Gabriel Torres.
Mr. Torres, you have several warrants for your arrest in different courts. One case is a theft shoplifting case from February 17th of 2025. There's a warrant for your arrest at a Marana Municipal Court. I'm going to quash the warrant on that case only. I will release you. January 7th, 2026 at 10 a.m. is your next court date in Marana. If you don't appear on a case, another warrant will issue for your arrest. And then you had 5 cases in warrant status out of Justice Court. A shoplifting case, criminal trespass from May 18th, 2024. Shoplifting, criminal trespass from October 15th, 2024. Shoplifting, criminal trespass from November 22nd, 2024. Shoplifting, criminal trespass from June 8th, 2025. Shoplifting, criminal trespass from May 16th, 2025. All these warrants are pending in justice court. I'm going to quash all the warrants. Your bond for each of the cases is $100. I will appoint an attorney by the name of John Illis to represent you. You'll see a judge tomorrow in justice court, December 8th at 1:00 p.m. And your attorney will see you in court at that time. You also had cases pending in city court. Hold on a second.
Yeah, why don't we put all these court dates together, make it easier?
It doesn't work that way, sir.
Well, I never knew about these other cases.
All right, well, now you know.
It's
All
too
right,
late for that
you
now.
also had a new charge. If you would just abide by the law, sir, you wouldn't be in custody and picking up new
Yeah,
charges.
what's the word?
So, Mr. Torres, you have a new charge of criminal trespass in a third degree from yesterday's date at a city court. You also have a shoplifting case that's already pending in city court and a shoplifting. And it looks like you have an attorney on that case from the city public defender's office. And a hearing was set for December 15th at 9:30 a.m. for you to appear. Let's see. Because you picked up new charge, I will set your bond at $500. Same public defender is appointed to represent you. You'll see a judge in city court on December 16th, 2025 at 1:45 p.m. And your attorney will be in touch with you. Your excuse. What is your full name, please?
Marcelino Garcia?
Are you a junior?
Yes.
You're charged with assault, refusing to provide your true name, resisting arrest, and 2 separate counts of disorderly conduct. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. And Mr. Garcia, let's see. Because of the alleged facts in this case, a weapon was involved at a business location involving staff. An officer also was involved in this incident. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. City Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your next hearing date is going to be in Tucson City Court, December 16th, 2025 at 1:45 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. You do have a right to remain silent. And in this case, I did appoint counsel to represent you. If you get out of custody, it's your responsibility to appear in court. If you do not, a warrant could issue for your arrest, and a new charge of failing to appear in court could be added to your case. So your attorney will be in touch with you soon. You're excused. Thank you. What is your full name, please?
Sandra Griffith.
I'm sorry, say your name again.
Sandra Griffith.
Do you have a middle name?
Danielle. Sandra Danielle.
With 1 count of domestic violence assault, domestic violence criminal damage, domestic violence disorderly conduct. I am going to enter pleas of not guilty. I'm willing to let you be released. Do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. Your next court date is going to be in city court, January 9th, 2026 at 9 a.m. You must be present. If not, a warrant will issue for your arrest, and a new charge of failing to appear could be added to your case. You have a right to represent yourself, hire counsel at your own choosing. You can ask the next judge, to be screened to see if counsel can be appointed. But Ms. Griffith, you have to show up in city court, January 9th, 2026. You are excused. Thank you.
And I'll get paperwork with that. Thank you.
Panther.
What is your full name, please?
Oh, it's Aaron Daniel Panther.
You're charged with failing to comply with a court order. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. Sir, I'm not sure what's happening with you and the victim in this case, Selena, but you cannot have any contact with her. You cannot,
I don't.
excuse me, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You cannot go on her property.
Okay,
Stay away from her.
I do. I honestly, I do,
Excuse me,
Your
sir,
Honor.
hold on. I'm not asking for comment from you.
Okay.
Don't have any contact with her. Don't gesture towards her. Don't be on the front property. She's got camera footage watching.
Okay,
Mind your business. Stay away from her.
yes,
Have any contact with her. Don't go to her residence. Don't go on her property. I'm going to release you,
Okay.
sir, allow you to appear on your own in city court, January 7th, 2026 at 2:00 p.m. If you don't
Thank
appear,
you.
a warrant will issue for your arrest.
I'll be there. Thank you.
Do not make any obscene gestures towards her camera or towards her. You are excused, sir.
Thank you.
What is your full name, please?
Sheree Davis.
Your middle name?
Sheree Davis. Sorry.
You are charged with 1 count of domestic violence, child abuse. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. I need to let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this morning's hearing. I'm going to hear first, actually, the prosecutor in this case is okay with your release to the supervision of pretrial services. I will follow that recommendation, release you to the supervision of pretrial services. You must comply with any monitored treatment as directed by pretrial services. You are not allowed to drink any alcohol, don't take any illegal drugs, do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. State, what's your position on contact with the victim?
Your Honor, I guess I put the initials KM, but in looking, I'm just trying to pull up the interim on this one because I know it was. Let me see. I'm just trying to find the interim. Don't. All right, I found it. It looks like it's a foster situation.
Yes.
And so I would just put no contact with KM unless approved by DCS.
Okay, that's all I need to know. All right, no contact with KM unless approved by DCS.
Judge, she says that he's not,
He's not a foster.
he's your biological, he's a biological child. He's not a foster child. I know the report says that, that she's a foster parent and legal guardian, but she's saying he's a biological child.
Then it would still be the same conditions of release. So it appears DCS is involved. So
Yeah,
Right.
I agree. No contact with KM unless approved by DCS. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set December 29th at 1:30 p.m. Make sure you contact your attorney and stay in touch with pretrial services. You are excused. Thank you.
Here's any other thing.
Rodriguez.
What is your full name, please?
Sebastian Rodriguez.
You're charged with aggravated DUI. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you. The state prosecutor's office is okay with your release to the supervision of pretrial services. I will follow that recommendation and release you to their supervision. You must comply with any monitored treatment as directed by pretrial services. Sir, you are not allowed to drink any alcohol while on release status. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You are not allowed to take any illegal drugs while you're on release status. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not allowed to drive without a valid license. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set December 29th at 1:30. Make sure you're staying in touch with your attorney and pretrial services. You are excused. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sure.
Felony, you want to get up?
Jail, is there any chance we can bring back Sheree Davis? It looks like I missed a city court case on her. You could bring her back anytime.
I'm back to read Davis. Panther, you bring her back?
Sorry about that, Jail.
Did you Rodriguez rich?
Davis.
Davis. Oh, Davis. One. Two. Good one.
Ms. Davis, it looks like you also had a misdemeanor charge out of city court for resisting arrest. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. I will release you on this case. Your next court date is going to be in city court, January 7, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. Make sure you appear in court. If you don't, a warrant could issue for your arrest. Need to let you know that you do have a constitutional right to remain silent also on a misdemeanor matter. You can hire counsel, represent yourself. And just make sure you're making your next court date. If you don't, a warrant could issue and a new charge of failing to appear could be added to your case. You are excused. Thank you.
This is the new date. This is a misdemeanor. You'll get separate paperwork for each case. Thank you.
Cortez.
What is your full name, please?
Diana Laura Cortez Castillo.
Hold on. All right, looks like you have a charge of aggravated assault on a peace officer. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you. The state prosecutor's office is okay with you being released to the supervision of pretrial services. I will follow that recommendation, release you to their supervision. You must comply with any monitored treatment as directed by pretrial services. While you're on release sentence, you're not allowed to drink any alcohol, do not take any illegal drugs, and Legal Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set December 17, 2025, December 29th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. And Mr. Goodman, is there a victim in this case necessarily? Do I need to be no contact with the victim? As a police
Just do not initiate contact, similar to how, however you want to structure it, Judge. I would defer to your input.
You just don't have any contact with this police officer. I'm sure you don't want to have contact with the police officer.
She had contact with me, but
All right, thank you. You're excused.
thank you.
You good? Dolphin? Yeah, you go back. Okay, see.
What is your full name, please?
Megan Lynn Delphin.
All right, you are charged with aggravated DUI. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this morning's hearing. The prosecutor's office is okay with your release to the supervision of pretrial services. So Ms. Dalton, I'm going to release you to their supervision. You must comply with any monitored treatment as directed by pretrial services. You are not allowed to drink any alcohol. Do you understand?
Ma'am.
You cannot take any illegal drugs. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You cannot drive without a valid license. You just cannot drive at all. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. December 29th, 1:30 is your preliminary hearing. Make sure you stay in contact with your attorney and pretrial services. You are excused. Thank you.
Daniel?
What is your full name, please?
Tyrese Sean Daniels.
You are charged with aggravated assault on a peace officer. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you. The prosecutor's office is okay with your release to the supervision of pretrial services. I will release you to their supervision. You must comply with any monetary treatment as directed by pretrial services. You're not allowed to drink any alcohol. Do not take any illegal drugs. No contact with a police officer. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. December 29th at 1:30 p.m. is your preliminary hearing. You also have a case out of city court, new charge of domestic violence, disorderly conduct from yesterday's date or today's date. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. Hold on a second.
Something you've never been charged.
Okay.
I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. Do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. Your next court date is going to be in city court, January 6, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. Make sure you appear. If you do not, a warrant will issue for your arrest and a new charge of failing to appear in court could be added to your case. And don't commit any further acts of domestic violence. You are excused. Thank you.
July. Okay.
They haven't charged me. So
Okay.
they can bring it up.
Yeah, they. Yeah.
Rob. Here.
I speak to the lawyer.
Let's see.
Must be too.
Okay. Judge, can you give me a minute?
Yes.
Okay, Judge.
All right, sir, what is your full name, please?
Even can I fuck?
Are you, okay, you have a charge of two separate felony cases. One case is a unlawful possession of narcotic drug, unlawful possession of a dangerous drug, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia, one count of resisting arrest. That's one case. And then the other felony case is escape in the second degree. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty to all the charges. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this morning's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, the state's recommending separate $10,000 bonds in each case in lieu of a no bond in each case, given his on release status, and essentially in both interims, he's doing whatever he can to run away and evade, law enforcement.
Defense counsel.
He's being detained without bond on a pending case, so we'd ask that you set a bond so he's getting time credit.
Mr. Fox, on both of your cases, you have a $10,000 bond. They are separate bonds.
Is there any chance you can lower that, Judge?
No, I cannot. Both cases, you're appointed to Public Defender's Office. Both cases, your preliminary hearing is set December 17th at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney from the County Public Defender's Office will be in touch with you soon. You also had new charges of domestic violence assault, domestic violence disorderly conduct out of Tucson City Court. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty, let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent. You are not allowed to have any contact with the victim involved in this case. And looks like her name is Jessica. Don't call her, don't text her, don't social media her. Your bond in that case is set at $2,000. Looks like you have several cases pending in city court on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cases already pending in city court. Your next court date is going to be on December 17th at 1:30 p.m. And again, I'm going to appoint the city public defender to represent you on this matter. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you.
Mr. Min.
Diego. Okay.
What is your full name, please?
Diego Alejandro Mojuta.
You're charged with aggravated DUI, unlawful flight from law enforcement, reckless driving, which is a class 2 misdemeanor, and endangerment, which is a felony charge. I am going to enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this morning's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, the state's recommending somewhat of a little bit of a higher bond, given the nature of the offenses. He's got a prior DUI that's not too old, as well as being on what would appear felony probation for a drive-by shooting case.
Defense counsel?
Yes, he's a lifelong resident. Yeah, parents, and he's working full time.
Mr. Mahuta, you're already on felony probation. You're not supposed to be, I know, drinking and doing drugs or anything of that nature, and you're presumed innocent in this new charge. But the looks like, I'm going to set your bond in this case at $20,000. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set December 17, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. You are excused. Thank you.
It's up to your lawyer, but it's okay.
So, my method would make sense.
Unless you post back.
Okay, and then which is fine.
You'll talk to
Okay.
him a little bit.
What is your full name, please?
Jorge Medina,
What is your middle name?
Esteban.
You are charged with domestic violence, aggravated assault, domestic violence, kidnapping. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman?
Your Honor, the state primarily recommended the bond of $10,000, given the nature of the allegations, but primarily due to there being no verified separate residence, and given the nature of
Somewhere.
his employment, the state wouldn't take a position if you wanted to limit firearm possession for his employment purposes, if that makes sense, Judge. I don't want to air that out, in the middle of court.
Ms. Defense Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. He's got no prior criminal history. He is working full time. He does have somewhere else to stay. That would be apart from the alleged victim. In addition, the alleged victim indicates that she is not object to his release.
Mr. Mindina, due to the alleged nature of the facts of this case, your bond is set at $10,000. No contact with the victim. You cannot call her, you cannot see her, you cannot text her, no social media. If you were to post bond, you cannot go to where she lives or works, commit no further acts of domestic violence, possess no firearms unless for work purposes. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set December 17th at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gabriel? Fort Mixon?
What is your full name, please?
Gabriel Michael Quiroga.
You're charged with aggravated DUI, a criminal damage charge, and 2 counts of endangerment. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you. I'm going to hear first in the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, the state's recommending a $10,000 bond. He does have DUI in his history, and given the allegations of, I believe, a T-bone type of collision having occurred here.
Defense counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. It appears that he is employed. He indicates full-time as a cook. He's a lifelong resident. We'd ask that you consider release to the supervision of pretrial services.
Mr. Quiroga, your bond is set at $10,000 due to the alleged facts in this case. If you're able to post that bond, you will be released to the supervision of pretrial services. You must comply with any monitored treatment as directed by pretrial services. You are not allowed to drink any alcohol or take any illegal drugs. You're not allowed to drive without a valid license. Have no contact with any of the victims involved in this case. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set December 17th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon. You also had another matter, a misdemeanor warrant for your arrest for a disorderly conduct charge at a Marana City Court. I'm going to quash the warrant, release you on that charge only. January 7th, 2026 at 10 a.m. is your next court date in Marana, and I'll let Marana Court know that you're currently in custody on the felony matter. You are excused. Thank you.
Silva,
What is your full name, please?
My name is Christopher Aaron Silva, ma'am.
All right, hold on a second. You've been arrested and accused of the crime of unlawful possession of a narcotic drug, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You may be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS that requires you to participate in a plan specific to your needs for a short time. If you choose to participate and complete the program, these felony drug accusations in your arrest report will be permanently dismissed without you ever being formally charged. Are you interested in getting released from jail custody now and learning more about the STEPS program at your next hearing date?
Yes, ma'am.
I will release you to supervision of pretrial services. You must comply with any monitored treatment they recommend. While in release status, you are not allowed to possess any alcohol, drink any alcohol, don't be using any illegal drugs, do not be in possession of any illegal drugs. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your first hearing is called a STEPS hearing. It is set on December 16, 2025 at 9 a.m. You must appear in court for this hearing date. If you don't appear, a warrant will issue for your arrest and you may no longer be eligible for the STEPS program. Your preliminary hearing, defense counsel, you waive the time limits?
Yes.
Hold on.
I said yes.
And when is the preliminary hearing is set January 21st, 2026 at 1:30 p.m. All right, thank you, everyone.
There you go.
Doto,
What is your full name, please?
Arturo Soto, Your Honor.
What is your middle name?
Samuel.
I'm sorry, okay, and then what, are you a junior?
Yeah.
You're charged with one count of aggravated DUI, having a suspended driver's license. I'm gonna enter plea of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this morning's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, the state's recommending a $10,000 bond. I know his DUI priors somewhat old. What's of more concern is he appears to be currently on federal probation after having served at least almost 2 years in federal BOP prison. So that's why the state's recommending what it is that he's on federal probation, at least from what it appears per the criminal history section of the pretrial services report.
Defense counsel?
Doesn't say that exactly. So he indicates he's off probation. I know it's the documentation doesn't say that. He lives with his girlfriend and there's 2 children. He is working full time as a cook. But that's what he considers this to the supervision of pretrial services.
You said he's saying that he's not on felony probation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I finished it, Your Honor. I can bring you a certificate saying I finished it.
He let me off. I'm off probation.
Mr.
It wouldn't, oh, sorry, Judge.
Go ahead.
It wouldn't surprise me, if records haven't, caught up, so I'll defer to your discretion.
Mr. Soto, your bond set at $5,000 because of your criminal arrest history. If you're able to post that bond, you will be released to the supervision of pretrial services. You must comply with any monitoring treatment they recommend. If you're able to post that bond, you cannot drink any alcohol, sir. You cannot take any illegal drugs, and you cannot drive without a valid license. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. December 17th, 2025 at 1:30 is your preliminary hearing. You are excused. Thank you.
Levi.
What is your full name, sir?
Levi Van Cleave.
Mr. Van Cleave, you're charged with one count of a class 5 felony theft, trafficking in stolen property, which is a class 3 felony, unlawful possession of narcotic drug, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you. I'm going to hear first in the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, the state's recommending a $10,000 bond with pretrial services, given the allegations, and it looks like he's got 2 other pending cases, one of which appears to somewhat appear to be similar conduct.
Defense counsel?
Yes, it does look like he's got 2 pending cases for arraignment. He's a lifelong resident, currently unemployed, so he won't be able to post much of a bond.
Mr. Van Cleave, your bond set at $10,000. No contact with the victims involved in this case. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set December 17th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. You're excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Therese, or Christopher.
What is your full name, please?
Harry's Jacob Christopher Witworth.
You are charged with unlawful possession of narcotic drug, unlawful possession of a dangerous drug, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you, representing you for today's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman.
Your Honor, the state's requesting a $5,000 bond with pretrial services. It looks like he's got at least 8 warrants out of Tucson City Court for cases spanning between 2020 and 2024. So it's primarily based on the failure to appear history. I've already screened this individual for the STEPS program. I'm rejecting him from the program. So I'd asked the court to essentially just set the appropriate PH date, Your Honor.
I never done STEPS program.
Defense counsel?
Judge, he is a lifelong resident, and does live with his grandmother. He states he's working part-time as he's doing landscaping. And, aside from that, we'd ask that you consider the nature of the allegations.
Mr. Witworth, your bond is set at $5,000. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set December 17th at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. You also had several cases in warrant status out of city court. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cases. 8 cases with warrant status out of city court for charges involving criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, disorderly conduct, drug paraphernalia possession, shoplifting, domestic violence assault, prescription drugs, failing to stop for a police officer. So all these cases are still pending in city court. They have not been resolved. Your bond in those cases is set at $2,000. City Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. You'll see a judge in city court December 16th at 1:45 p.m.
But I never, but those are old cases, but they told me at court that I was good for that. I already went to,
Talk to your
already went
attorney
to.
about it.
So,
You've been going to court for a while. You haven't resolved them. You are excused.
I'm homeless. Can't pay that.
Dylan,
What is your full name, please?
Dylan Witchell,
What is your middle name?
Joel,
You're charged with disorderly conduct involving a weapon. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. Let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for today's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding his bond recommendation. We'll hear from your attorney. Mr. Goodman?
Your Honor, the state's requesting a $15,000 bond with pretrial services. Given that he has violent priors, they appear to be similar in nature. It involves the use of a hatchet again, towards security, and the fact that he had to be apprehended running through the Pima County Community College property with said hatchet in his hand.
Defense counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. He's lived in Tucson for 22 years. Aside from that, we rely on the information in the report.
He scored a 6 on the NCA scale, 6 on the FTA scale. Mr. Witchell, your bond is set at $7,500. No contact with the victim involved in this case. You're not allowed to go back to that Pima County College campus. No firearms or weapons. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. December 17th, 2025 at 1:30 is your preliminary hearing. You also have a new charge of criminal trespass, disorderly conduct from today's date. No, actually, no, that's from November 8th of 2025. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. And then you had a case in warrant status out of city court for criminal trespass, criminal damage. That case has been from June 4th of 2025. I'm going to quash that warrant. On your city court misdemeanor cases, I'm going to release you. Appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. Your next court date in city court is going to be January 16th, 2026 at 9 a.m. Your attorney from the city public defender's office will be in touch with you regarding your city cases. And your county public defender will be in touch with you regarding your felony case. You are excused. Thank you. And everyone else is excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.